Okay, so let me kind of show you how I brainstorm because it's kind of good to see how other people think and how they tackle a task. And so I'm writing my own honest poem. I've invited a couple other teachers to write some, and so this will be really fun. You guys, and I want you guys to all write your own version of my honest poem. So, first and foremost, I get in the zone. So, I have music playing, I'm snuggling my dog, I'm in my bathrobe, I'm comfortable. I'll pause that so you guys don't have to listen to Sam Smith. Um, Maybe I should write that down. I love Sam Smith. So, I just realized when I was looking at Rudy's poem that there was kind of like levels of honesty. So there are things that he's like pretty safe in sharing, like facts about himself, really. So he said he was a Leo, he's 5'6", he weighs 175 pounds. Like those are just kind of facts. And so I was like, okay, I'm going to make a safe category. So these are things that I would just tell strangers and it wouldn't be a big deal, and it's just kind of like in facts about me. I didn't put my weight or any of those things because I doubt anyone cares. And then I was like, okay, what are some awkward ones? And so I was like, what are things that I really would only tell like my friends or people that I'm comfortable with, people who would kind of care and wouldn't think it was weird if I said these things out loud. And then I made a category, that's called unpleasant. So it feels uncomfortable for me to share these facts. These are things that maybe they're secrets or whatever. And I realized as I was writing that sometimes these needed to go down there and these need to go up here. And I was just kind of, this is word vomit. I wrote all of these in like 5 minutes. I'm obviously not going to use all of them. So now what I want to do is maybe pick 3 or 4 from each category, and then I'll put them in my poem when I start writing. So I want you guys to know, for example, that I eat chips every day, and I want to put that in my poem. And I'll maybe make a funny metaphor about it, and it might just be like where I can have some humor. Personality type people. So like when I'm talking to you guys, I am subconsciously saying like, oh, they're definitely this type of personality and blah, blah, blah. I love doing that stuff and taking those tests. Anyone else? I'll talk about how I don't have a filter. Okay. So I feel good about that. Phone watcher, actually. I'm going to do 4. So, and then I'm going to go through here and I'll decide which ones I want to do, and I'll go through here. You might notice in this corner I wrote like a painful column. This is like, I'm obviously not going to show it to you, but this is where I put like my top secret thoughts and feelings that I really wouldn't share with anyone, probably just my husband, sort of thing. So you can have one of those too. That was just really interesting to write if you're feeling creative. But this is what I'm encouraging you maybe to do, is before you just start writing, if you're feeling overwhelmed by all of the ideas, this might help you organize your thoughts. All right, so I felt like I was ready to start writing. I had chosen a few of my brainstorming ideas. I already have other ideas that I didn't include in my list. So don't feel like if you decide to do the list that I did, that you have to be strict and you can only have those. Obviously, that's just a way for us to brainstorm. So I'll just show you. This is a very sped up version of me writing, but it's to kind of show you how I go about actually writing a poem. So initially, it's just going to be word vomit. Like I'm just getting my ideas out. I might be playing around with word choice here and there. But for the most part, it's just getting the thoughts out, which is totally fine and what I encourage you to do. I haven't played around with form yet. I will in a second. I don't even have a rhyme or a reason for why I'm stopping lines where I do. I'm just kind of going with my gut here. And honestly, I felt fine stopping here. and I might stop here for the day. I'm okay with that. I don't expect your honest poems to be long. And so for me, I have to now sit back and maybe take a couple hours or take a day. And when I come back tomorrow, perhaps I won't even like this stanza and I'm going to get rid of it. I once heard an author say that they erase 90% of what they wrote the previous day every single day. They only keep 10%. So don't feel obligated to have this be your final draft. I will say you guys do need to have revisions. I need to see that you're making changes. So, and I'll talk more about that later. Okay, so I've attached the rubric to the writing assignment for your honest poem. I just wanted to quickly explain some things. So this is your goal is exemplary. This is what exemplary looks like. So instead of showing you what each of a one or an incomplete would look like, I think you know what that would look like. So this is what our goal is. And so if you're wondering what I'm looking for when I'm marking, this is how to get a 4. Okay? The 3 things, again, that I'm really looking for in this honest poem is your word choice or your tone, because Rudy Francisco, he changes his word choice and tone a lot, right? He's serious and then he's funny. So you have to get that right. You have to make sure you're using the right words. Your conventions, if you are making like very intentional choices to not capitalize or not have punctuation, that's fine. But when I see silly mistakes in your spelling or things like that, there are some issues. So make sure that you look it over and you check your conventions. And then I will be looking for your revisions. So I'm looking on your Google Doc. I'm seeing that you've made changes and that you didn't just sit down in 5 minutes and write this and then call it